Hi, I'm Sixca Michael, and I was born and raised in Chuuk, Micronesia, where I had a very happy life, I guess. I was very happy every second that I was there. And then when I was 6 years old, I immigrated to Alaska from Micronesia, where I first had a hard time assimilating to the Western culture, which is why I'm very proud and loud to say that I'm Micronesian, especially when it comes to my successes. The lack of equity has highly impacted my life, especially in academia. Going to predominantly white schools, like growing up here in Alaska, I saw like the evident difference between my white peers and I in terms of the opportunities that we were given. Going into middle school and high school, where I attended one of like the most diverse high schools in the nation, I was one of the only 2 Pacific Islanders in honors and AP classes, even though West High is filled with Islanders. So that's when I realized like how important equity and opportunities were. During college, I want to major in something that can help me understand critical theory and pursue my passion in like social activism. I started learning about my own ethnic history, and I learned of the bombing of the Marshall Islands in Micronesia. And since then, I've been very interested in learning about the government and the many things that the US government has done to like POC communities. One of the many fights for like women liberation that is going on in the world is MMIW, like missing murdered Indigenous women, which is a very prevalent issue here in Alaska. I always hope to inspire younger Pacific Islanders. One of the most defining moments of my life was attending a 5-week summer institute at Princeton University. It's called LIDA, and it's for first-generation low-income students. But the most defining part of it, I believe, was, like, besides the community, was definitely the AOL class that we took, which stood for, like, aspects of leadership. There, I read many works of literature by people of color, and it was really eye-opening. Who inspires me? Haunani K. Trask. She was a Kanaka Maoli, which is Native Hawaiian activist, who was a leader in the Hawaiian sovereignty movement. She highly advocated against foreign ownership of like Hawaiian land. She also advocated against tourism in Hawaii. She's very bold, and I strive to be as bold as she was in terms of speaking up about like land back, indigenous sovereignty. For the last section of the YWCA mission statement, which says to like promote peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all, I also identify with that, since I plan to like dedicate my entire life to doing that. A specific moment where I did like empower women was when I was featured on a podcast called For Micronesians by Micronesians, where I talked about the prevalent issue of domestic violence and sexual violence in my own ethnic community. So as a youth of the next generation, it shows that we will not let violence against women stand. So